Welcome to Project Amy, Part 2. Today's a bit of a late start, as you can see by the indication of 1 o'clock on the clock. I'm not even sure if I put that forward. First day to investigate what is wrong with Project Amy. I was originally told that the cam belt had snapped, and then it was a suspected cam belt snap, and then talking to the chap whom I got this car from, he said he didn't think it was the cam belt at all, because it was making a lot of noise and it was still starting and running, and then eventually it just gave up. But one person's load of rackety noise is very different to another's. I put the jump leads on the thing, turn the key, and nothing but a clunk, like a heavy clunk. And I thought, I reckon oil pressure's low, engine's gone noisy, rattly, and eventually seized. But today, out of curiosity, I thought, well, I'll just turn that key again and see what happens. It's turning over, but that sounds like exceedingly low compression. Unusual design really, but on this you have to take the rocker cover off just to get to the cam belt. There's no cam belt in there at all. Suspected cam belt failure, then not suspected cam belt failure. Suspected engine seizure, then not suspected engine seizure. Cam belt broken. Maybe what's happened is the cam belt has started to fray, and as it started to fray, bits of it got stuck around the pulleys and started making all sorts of horrible clattery noises which you would hear. And as time progressed, it got louder and louder, and then it got kind of jammed up, so it wouldn't really start anyway, and then it snapped, and then there's enough stuff around the bottom of the pulley for it to not move until today. That's what I reckon. That battery's called David. So what I need now is a belt, just a second-hand belt. Someone's chucking away just to check whether that will fix it, because it could be that the valves have survived, but it could be that they haven't. It could be there's something else drastically wrong with it, which is going to make the complete engine toast, or it may be okay. So who's got a spare cam belt that they're prepared to just give away? Craig? Those pops and bangs remaps thing, there's just two of them, then there's a Focus and a Golf going the other way, and I could hear this clattering noise going on, and I didn't know what it was. I thought something had fallen off the car in front of me to start with, but no, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were dragging behind them two of those old style dustbins full of old tin cans. In what world does that sound good? Evidently it's this one. It's time to put this on the truck. Another episode of dragging a dead car with no wheels onto the truck. Dead cars always leave a mess behind. And that is after I've cleaned up as well. So I'll have to do some sweeping now, I think. So, tinny. I'm going to continue the work on Project Waster, taking the bits off, putting aside to keep, and having the rest of it ready for binnage, unfortunately. Coming soon. Let me tell you something. Today I had a chippy dinner. Nice, but made me feel very indigestion-y. The moment all that's settled, I'm hungry, but I still feel indigestion-y. It's not good, is it? Get on with some work, man! Oh, looks like that. These aren't any old window regulators, these are Rover 45 rear window regulators. As you can see, I've taken so long with today's video that summer's gone and winter has come back. And when I say winter, I really do mean winter. It is currently 3 degrees out here, which is, I'm sure you'll agree, cold. Compare that to what it was 2 days ago, which was a lot more and a lot less wet. I don't normally wrap window regulators up in pairs, but this is a special occasion. These two belong together. They will stay together until somebody buys them, and then they can be not together but in separate doors. Or I'll put them in my car, whichever comes first. I literally have nothing better to do than to just close the gate after carpet fitters. 3 years, maybe 4 years it is, I've been down here watching these carpet fitters doing what they do. Every single day flinging loads of carpet into that big skip just over there, and not once, and I do mean not once, have I ever witnessed them say, another piece of carpet, ho ho ho, another piece of carpet, ho ho, another piece of carpet, ho ho ho, another piece of carpet, ho ho. It's weird, isn't it? There's my friend Tom. There's a murder van behind me. That's what it looks like. It looks like the kind of van that murders go on in. Last look at Waster before he goes. Now that Waster has gone, I can move on to something else. That's the end of that particular episode. But what should I move on to next? Obviously I have priorities. I've got tidying up to do, I've got parts to organise, I've got things to put up for sale. But what car would you like me to do a really big kind of episode on? Could it be Amy, as you've just seen, needs a cam belt and a water pump, and then we'll see whether it needs anything else. Derek, I haven't even started on. All I've done is had that thing running. I haven't even cleaned it. So that really probably does deserve a bit of dedication. Then there's Frank, which let's not talk about Frank actually. Then there's Christine. Now I still have to get that floor pan welded up, and that's the thing that needs to be done before anything else can really happen. Once that's happened, then you know it could be a car very, very soon. Then there's Max, of course, just needs that cosmetic work doing, and then you know that's cool. But it's already a car; it already works, and all I've got to do is tidy it up. And then Marjorie. Well, I have a couple of things to take off of Max to try on Marjorie to see whether that, you know, solves the problem. But I haven't got around to that just yet. And there's this one, of course, Alfie, and there's still tiny bits of paint work to do here and there. And that's it really for the moment, I think. The custard missile is up for sale, so I don't really particularly want to be doing anything with that. I do have somebody who seems very interested. Let's see what happens. And then, of course, there's Nigel. I spent quite a lot of time, well, it was the end of last year, doing all sorts of jobs on that car, and now I've got some more to do, including the alternator tensioner pulley. That's not right. It needs an oil change, filter change. It needs the coolant draining and refilling with some new stuff. It wants another good engine clean because it's very, very grotty looking. And then that full machine polish that I promised it still hasn't happened. So maybe that will quite soon, because it's only a couple of days. It should be being retaxed, ready for use again. Simon Caddell.